Hey yo, what's the word? What's the word? Welcome back to another episode of the Chief Truth. Back once again. No, I sound a little clear this time because I'm not doing it from my phone. So I'm actually using my very, very expensive equipment to record my podcast. So it's not that expensive. Not really. But anyway, I appreciate you for dropping in, checking in on your boy, man, because as always, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you decided to be here with me. So for that, I appreciate it. But yeah, let's hop right into it. So I want to talk about rap music, and not just rap music, but it's been a lot of things going on. Obviously 2020, I mean, Lord, what hasn't gone on in 2020? But a few things have transpired recently that kind of inspired me to talk about this. And I just want to ask the question and ask you guys, hey, what would happen if rap music was actually a little more on the positive side than the negative side? What if rap music was more positive? What if it was geared more towards positivity than negativity? And I think this is a valid question. And first of all, let me say, this is not me coming at any particular artist, anything like that. I know I'm getting older. I'll be 30 next year. So I haven't quite reached the old man, kids get off my lawn, going outside and shaking my fist. I haven't gotten that far yet. I haven't gotten that old yet. Not yet. Though sometimes I do feel like I'm not too far away. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the point. I'm not coming at anybody. I'm not saying that these artists, man, they need to stop saying what they're saying. They need to stop it. This is not an attack on them. You know what I'm saying? It's just me asking the question, what if it was geared more towards positive things? Like, what if instead of what if rappers talked about starting your own business and doing good things in the world rather than getting a Glock and hopping in the car and riding on the ops, and we gonna hit everything out there and even bystanders can catch a stray? Like, what if it was more of the positive things than the negative things? Now, I understand somebody can say, well, there are positive rappers out there. There are positive rappers. Now, I don't know who the hell they are, but I'm pretty sure they exist. I mean, I know you got like Christian rappers and stuff like that. But I don't know nobody that's really out here telling you, hey, kids, stay in school. Or, hey, girl, don't wear that dress so short. Hey, man, you need to treat that girl with respect. Don't do that. No, this is not the way. We do not need to grab all our guns and go ride on the ops. We need to sit in the house, or not sit in the house, but we need to just not do that and be on some positive stuff and build our communities back up. We need to do all the positive things in the world. It's more to life than the money, cars, clothes, and the hoes, Like, what if the message wasn't geared primarily towards that? Because you can say whatever you want to, man. Rap music has basically been talking about the same thing for over 25 years, right? I mean, as long as I've been alive, that's pretty much been the message. Money, cars, clothes, and hoes. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's been about. That's what it's been about. Every song has something to do with that. It's all about you getting money. You're getting money. You're selling dope, slanging dope. You shooting your gun off. You're going to smoke somebody. You're smoking them 187 on an undercover cop. Like, we talking about, this is the 90s. They've been recycling the same material for years. You know what I'm saying? So, what if instead of recycling the negative material, what if they were just recycling the positive material? What if things were different? What if it was the opposite? Because I don't care what you say, man. When I said rap music, your first thought wasn't positive. You can say if you want, like I promise you it wasn't. For the majority of y'all listen to this right now, when I said rap music, that wasn't the first thing that popped into your mind. Something positive, Nas, I can be what I want to be. Like that song didn't pop into your mind. I don't know what song popped into your mind, but I guarantee it wasn't something positive. It was something negative. So, a couple things have transpired that made me want to talk about this and bring this question up. One was the song that just came out with Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. And I will say Cardi B has lasted longer than I thought she was going to last. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I'll be 1,000% honest. I never really took her serious as an artist. Now, when she came out with that Bodak Yellow, now that was a good song. I mean, Cardi B has had some good songs. Don't get me wrong. I give her credit. I'm definitely not going to hate on her for that. But I thought that her time would probably be up by now. And some of that I think is the Migos cosign, her marrying Offset and all that. But I don't know. It is what it is. She's lasted longer than I thought she was going to last. Megan Thee Stallion kind of took me a little while. I like Megan Thee Stallion. I like her. I don't know if I necessarily like her personality. I don't know. I don't like the vibe she gives off sometimes. But she's a good artist. She's a really good artist. And Megan Thee Stallion be rapping her ass off. Like, she can really rap. I appreciate that. Like, she could really get in there and rap. And like, damn, like she's snapping. Like, she is snapping. And I'm not just talking about, like, how sometimes you give a little love. You listen to certain people, or you might listen to, females, and you kind of like, what am I trying to say? It's like, she's good, period. Not just good for a female. She's good, period. She's a good artist. She's a good rapper, period. She can really spit. So, they had the song WAP, which stands for wet ass P word for vagina. Y'all know what that is. And it's got a lot of attention. Okay, you got dudes coming out saying, "Oh, I can't let my daughter listen to this," and you got a lot of parents coming out saying, "Oh, it's just it generated a lot of buzz." For one, because those two artists, they're pretty explosive, right? Cardi B's really popular. Megan Thee Stallion's really popular. So of course they come together and make a record. Whatever it was gonna be was gonna get a lot of attention. So no surprise there. But yeah, it's got some backlash, some negative, some positive. And also you had a rapper, his name is FBG Duck, and he's a rapper out of Chicago who just recently got killed in Chicago, in downtown Chicago. I guess he was walking out of a store, and it was like him, his girlfriend, I think one other dude, and they was waiting on him, and they just killed him in broad daylight. So he was a pretty decent guy, decent rapper. I liked him. Now, am I finna sit up and say that I was his biggest fan, anything like that? Nah, but he was pretty dope. I think that he had a future ahead of him. And he died young, man. He was 26, and that's very unfortunate. But his raps, his lifestyle was very negative. I'm not saying he deserved it at all. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, what's that saying? You live by the gun, you're gonna die by it. So he had he had a negative lifestyle. He had a negative message. He would rap about, the gang culture. He was a gang member and all that. And, he made a song dissing a lot of dead people. And, I guess it just kind of came back to get him, But, yeah, those two things happened. And I'm just like, man, what if Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion made a song that wasn't about the WAP? What if it was about, I don't know, empowering, young women to be entrepreneurs or something, and not be strippers? You know what I'm saying? Even though I guess stripping could get you a lot of money. You know, I ain't gonna knock the hustle necessarily. But I think we all can agree that if we got daughters, or if we end up having daughters, we don't want them to be strippers. Okay, I think I can pretty much say that for any man out there. And any mother too, I'm sure. Including Cardi B. And including Megan Thee Stallion. You know? But yeah, what if it wasn't about the WAP? What if it was about something else? What if, you know, this guy, FBG Duck, instead of rapping about, you know, putting the extendo in the Glock and riding down the block and anybody gets shot, you know, we hitting everybody out there. We finna hit anything out there. Anybody can catch a stray. Anybody, I don't care. You feel me? Kids and all, old people. We don't care. We just finna go out there and we finna get them. We finna go get them, you know? Like, what if it wasn't about that? What if it was something positive? And, you know, I can understand, you know, because some people could probably argue, well, I mean, he's just rapping about what he knows. He can't help it if he grew up in the hood and that's what he saw. That's what he saw. That's what a lot of these artists have saw. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they saw growing up. That's what they have seen. They've seen, you know, drive-bys. They've seen drug addicts. They've seen prostitution. So what do you expect them to talk about? If they've never really seen positive things, what do you expect them to rap about? So I can kind of see that argument. You know what I'm saying? And once again, I'm not coming at them for their content. I'm not saying that they're wrong for saying the things that they're saying. I'm not saying that. I'm just putting the question out there. Like, damn, what if it was reversed? What if it was all about being positive? You know? What if it was all about something positive? What if it wasn't about, you know, shootings and prostitution and, you know, going to the strip club and pouring champagne on girls? You know, like, what if it wasn't about that? What if that wasn't the message? What if it was something else? What if it was, you know, black empowerment? What if it was, hey, let's build our hoods up instead of, oh man, we about to hang on the block all day, you know, and about to slang these rocks. You know, I'm serving my auntie. I'm serving junkies out the, you know, like, what if it wasn't about that? Do you guys think that these neighborhoods would be better? Do you think that the youth would, you know, not be as influenced, I guess, negatively influenced? Like, instead of being negatively influenced, they would be positively influenced. I don't know, man. I think it's a valid question. I really do. I think it's a valid question, because I don't care what anybody says, man. Like, we can try to dance around it. We can try to say that this isn't the case, but music has an influence on people. It really does. Like, whether it's positive, whether it's a positive influence, whether it's a negative influence. I mean, go to your YouTube right now. Go to your living room right now and turn on I don't know, that old Tevin Kim. Can we talk? Like, that's gonna like give you some type of energy. It's gonna give you some type of energy. Like, it's gonna make you feel good. Maybe it's not that song. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's a gospel song. You know, maybe it's a love song. Maybe it's another love song that reminds you of good times you had with somebody. It makes you cry. Music brings out emotions in us. And it does have influence. I don't care what nobody says, man. And I feel like some of the things that are coming out, some of the things that have come out, I think they have a negative influence on the youth, bro. I really do. You know, I think now it's not the complete problem. It's not the only influence. There are other factors. I'm not saying that rap music is just causing these kids to go out here and shoot each other. I'm not saying that. But I do think it has an influence. What's that song Ice Cube said? Hip hop, maybe rap music made me do it. What, I forgot the name of that song. You know, I'm not saying that that's the sole reason why. I'm not saying that that's the majority of the reason. Like, I'm not saying that at all. But I do think that we would be kidding ourselves saying that it didn't have any influence. To say that it has 0%, that's not the case. I don't think that's the case. I'm telling you, a lot of these kids, they want to be NBA YoungBoy, they want to be Fredo Bang, they want to be Lil Baby, they want to be these dudes. You feel me? Like they hear them and they hear them talk about the 30 stick, and they hear them talk about riding on the ops, and they hear them talking about slanging iron and slanging choppers. Like it has something that, like, it infiltrates their mind a little bit, you know. Now, once again, I can hear the counter argument, which kind of goes with what I was just saying. Like, I'm not saying that it has total influence, because I tell y'all this, man. Hey, and I'm pretty sure anybody listening to this can agree with what I'm about to say. Like, when I was little, definitely not of age to be listening to some of the things I was listening to, and probably playing some of the games I was playing. Come on now, we was all playing Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Grand Theft Auto 3. We was all listening to music we wasn't supposed to be listening to. I'll never forget Eminem, the Marshall Mathers LP. Ain't no way in hell I was supposed to ever be listening to that song at the age I was listening to. What year did that come out in? 2000? It came out in 2000, right? So I would have been 9 or 10 years old, depending on when it came out, what month it came out in. So I had absolutely positively no business listening to that. I mean, the first goddamn track was Eminem holding a gun up to the news anchor's head, and then the second song was "I'ma Kill You." And he had other songs. Man, y'all know how Eminem was getting down back then. There's no way in hell 10-year-old should have been listening to that stuff. Amongst other things, I'm sure 50 Cent, when he came out with Get Rich or Die Trying. Like, I shouldn't have been listening to that. 3 6 Mafia, but at no time, did me listening to that song or listening to those songs or listening to that music, like, I never wanted to go out and kill anybody. I didn't want to grab a gun and put it to somebody's head. I didn't even know anything about guns back then. I didn't want to do any of that stuff. I didn't want to kidnap somebody and drag them to the forest like Eminem did his girlfriend in that song Kim. Like, I didn't want to do that, right? It didn't have any influence on me. Neither did the video games. They didn't have any influence on me. Of course, man, remember Grand Theft Auto had that feature where you could do rampages? Like, you you could go around the city and you see these little skull icons or whatever, and it's called Rampage. So you would have those things littered across the city or whatnot, and you'd be able to get like a chainsaw and just kill people, just run around killing people. I don't know if they still do that in the Grand Theft Autos today. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But of course, things were a little more iffy back then. Like, people were willing to, those companies were willing to take way more chances back then. There are things that they could get away with back then that they can't get away with now. But my point is, without having flashbacks here, too many flashbacks. My point is that, I was listening to things that I shouldn't have been listening to. My friends were listening to things that they shouldn't have been listening to. We probably saying words that we shouldn't have been saying. But, I turned out okay. The majority of them turned out okay. I get it. So I can get somebody saying, well, I was listening to that stuff and it didn't have no, but everybody's not the same. Everybody's not the same. Everybody can't compartmentalize. Also, it kind of depends on what you're growing up in. Like, I didn't grow up in the hood. I didn't grow up in a bad neighborhood, anything like that. I grew up with both parents. I grew up in a stable household. So it probably didn't have as much influence on me as it would have had on somebody that grew up in the projects and like, oh Lord, like they are literally seeing this. Like they ended up going through something traumatic where, their friend was killed at a young age, stray bullet or something, or died in a car accident. So now they don't know, they don't have both parents around. They don't have the loving environment to help them cope. So now they feel like, well, I just want to make everybody feel like how I'm feeling. I want to make everybody feel the same pain that I'm feeling. So you know what? I'm about to join this gang. They're taking me in. These are my brothers. I'm with whatever they with. And we just gonna do the damn thing. So everybody's not the same. Everybody can't, compartmentalize. Everybody can't take that information and deal with it the same way. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I just thought that was pretty interesting when those situations came up with the Cardi B record and FBG Duck. So yeah, tell me what you think. Leave a comment. Let me know. Hey, what do you think would happen if rap music was more positive than negative? Not saying that there aren't positive artists out there, but I guarantee y'all can't name them. Y'all can't name one artist right now that's talking about going to school, staying in school, and you starting your own business and leaving generational wealth for your family. You can't name them. I don't know. Is Chance the Rapper one of those guys? Is he one of the positive rappers? I guess. You can't name him. And even if you can name him, you can't name him as quickly as you can name somebody that's talking about slanging dope, slanging rock, slanging iron, murdering people, leaving mamas crying. You can't name them as fast. You can't name the positive people as fast as you can name the negative people. So I don't know. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment. Let me know how you feel. As always, make sure that you follow all the social media links in the description. The Facebook page, YouTube page, the Instagram page. I don't really post on my Instagram a lot, but I'm gonna start back posting on the regular on the Instagram page. So you should follow that for sure, along with all the rest of the social media handles, the Twitter, and I think that's it. I think I named all of them. Did I name them? I think I named all of them. But anyway, man, hope you guys have a good evening, man. Thanks for listening. And as always, count your blessings, not your problems. I'm out. Peace.